Hello and welcome to episode 6, Hylian Home Companion. We are still raising money for Child's Play charity. Our link to donate down below in the description. At some point I'm going to figure out how to make the YouTube thing pop up so you can click on the screen and do it that way.
Let's not get too fancy here.
Technology is difficult. I'm John.
I'm still Chrissy.
And in this episode we're going to be talking exclusively about Pokemon. For those who... this was like a month ago at this point, but... The Pokemon Red robot is trying to beat the all-time bot record for a speedrun of Pokemon Red. I think its best time is right now something like 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 50 seconds. He's trying to get that down to 1 hour, 48 dead. And
it's going well.
Yeah, and so of course it's like super nostalgic because you can see if they actually manage to do a complete playthrough, which is like 1 in every 1,000 games or something that they play, you can see the entirety of a Pokemon game in 25 minutes because they have it sped up. It's pretty neat. And
it's been really neat to like watch the evolution of this whole Twitch Plays Pokemon concept and like all the things that have come out of it. Because when it first happened, I remember watching it. You know, my brother and one of our cousins were flipping through Twitch channels, and I was in the room when they hit this one. I said, no, stop. We have to watch the rest of this. Not realizing it was going to be days and days. But I was so excited by this concept. I was just like, this is like, anthropologically speaking, this is fascinating to see like how people are regulating this, how they're making decisions together or against each other.
Pokemon is direct democracy.
It was fucking wild to watch. But yeah, I fucking love Pokemon, dude.
I will always and forever praise Lord Helix, even though I always pick the Dome Fossil because Kabutops is like the most badass looking Pokemon.
I could never remember which one did which, so I always picked the wrong one. Now I'm never going to forget, of course. But as a child, I definitely could not. Pokemon was the first video game I bought for myself because I wasn't allowed to have a console as a child. My parents spent too many hours playing Dr. Mario, and we couldn't get anything done. So they gave the system away. But I was allowed to have a Game Boy. So, my parents gave me a Game Boy Pocket and my mother's copy of Tetris as a Christmas gift in like late 1996. And when Pokemon came out, I bought it myself, and I was very proud of myself for saving up allowance for months and months. And I've been playing Pokemon almost nonstop ever since. So I'm pretty sure the first time I ever played Pokemon Red, my starter was a Squirtle.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, John?
Always Squirtle.
Right.
Except, well, I should say the first time I ever played was with Squirtle. Just because I was told it was like a good beginner. It's gonna freeze me to death.
I just thought he was cute. It won't freeze you to death. If you hit down, it'll aim underneath you.
Oh, okay. That's neat.
No, the other that. This is going well.
I'm not good at it.
You want it under the door.
Yes. That makes sense. Anyway, sorry. But then afterwards, I would always go with Charmander. And I managed to beat the game with Squirtle and just Squirtle. I was one of those kids. I had like a level 3 Pidgey, and like my cut bitch was a Doduo. And I finished the game with something like 24 Pokemon. Like completely, I don't like the whole consumer concept of like gotta catch them all is just lost on me.
I was definitely more of I had a carefully crafted team of 6 Pokemon. Not necessarily carefully crafted around item types. He's coming for you. Not necessarily crafted around like which type balance do I need. It was entirely crafted around which ones do I like best. And I know for a fact the first time I ever played through, I had a Blastoise, I had a Pidgeot. And pretty much everything beyond that is fuzzy. I don't really remember what my team composition was, because my opinions on which Pokemon I like best have changed drastically throughout the years. Pretty sure there was a Vaporeon. I was really big into water Pokemon at the time. Other than that, I really don't know. And Gold and Silver, dude. Gold and Silver.
Yes. That was my all-time favorite team, and actually last Pokemon generation where I managed to catch all of the Pokemon.
I mean, it's an uphill battle at this point.
Yeah, no, now it's just impossible.
I mean, we are pushing 1,000 at this point.
And really, the only Pokemon worth catching after Generation 2 was Tall Executor.
And, like, I think I can only name, like, 400 or 500 of the Pokemon at this point. And not consistently. Who's your starter for Gen 2?
Cyndaquil.
The first time I played, I went with Chikorita. And immediately regretted it. Because Meganium was a pain in the ass. So
Great if you could train it up.
yeah, I didn't have that kind of patience in my life. I wasn't a fan. So the second time I played through, I definitely went with Cyndaquil. And like pretty much then on, it was only Cyndaquil. I have never played with a Totodile. Did you keep playing after Gen 2?
I played Sapphire. I was a huge fan of Ralts.
Yes.
And whatever that the online was. But anything else.
Curlia, Gardevoir.
Yeah. But that was like the only Pokemon I really liked from that generation, and I just stopped.
As much as I love Gold and Silver, I am very tempted to say that Gen 3 was my favorite. Because I was at the right age to really appreciate Pokemon when that happened. You are slightly older than me, so...
Which is probably why Gold and Silver
Which
is
is
my
probably
favorites.
why Gold and Silver is your thing. You know, I loved Gold and Silver, do not get me wrong. But I was just old enough to like start to really appreciate some of the finer mechanics of the game, rather than just brute forcing my way through it. A la this playthrough.
Hey, I haven't died this episode yet.
Don't jinx it. I really loved Hoenn. I played Sapphire to death. I'm actually really sad that my cartridge, all of my Gen 3 cartridges are gone. My copy of Sapphire...
Borrow my Sapphire if you want it.
My Sapphire disappeared off the face of the earth at some point. I don't know what happened to it. And my ex-girlfriend kept Emerald. So...
Well, take, if you pull open that center drawer, you can take my Sapphire. No big
But
deal.
it's okay, because I have Alpha Sapphire.
That's right.
And the remake made me cry. It was so good, it made me cry actual tears. Multiple times.
Yeah, that's how it was with... I picked Heart Gold, even
Also
though Silver
good.
was my...
Yeah.
God, that was just a nostalgia bomb. And they were so... I mean, they snuck in some of the not real Pokemon from the later generations.
But it wasn't, like, obtrusive.
Yeah.
You know, they really did a
Couple
great job
snuck
of
in.
it.
Oh, I'm freezing to death.
You sure are. Might want to eat that other food of yours. Or did you use that already?
No, I haven't used it yet.
Try again. So, there you go.
Yes. I control the thing.
I'm very proud of you. But yeah, you know, there was all that, like, Hoenn confirmed shit going on the internet for years until finally Hoenn was actually confirmed. I fucking lost it the day that was actually announced. Trumpets confirmed. And you will freeze if you go in there. So, you know, I got really excited about Alpha Sapphire, immediately went out and bought it as soon as it came out. And it was everything I wanted it to be. It had all the nostalgia. It took out, you know, the bits that frustrated me about the game. And the Delta episode at the end legitimately made me cry. I was so happy with just how beautifully done it was. The graphics were beautiful. What are you doing?
Cool.
Okay. Alright.
It's behind here.
Okay, just asking. But yeah, Pokemon makes me cry sometimes.
They've given me open world Zelda. I'm going to treat it like open world Zelda.
Okay.
Where am I going? What do?
Oh my god, John. Did you get the paraglider?
No.
What did he tell you to do?
Something about a quest, but I was freezing to death, so I wasn't paying attention.
Nice. Open your map. Pretty sure you're supposed to meet him at the Temple of Time.
How do I get there? Can I teleport there? I can do the teleport. Hold on.
Yeah, you can teleport to the towers. Or, yeah, no, go there. That's going to be your closest point.
Forgot you could do that.
Yep. We have the technology, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, dream team, dream Pokemon team.
Oh god. Oh god. Mm.
I had the one I'm building or was building like several years ago when it came out in Heart Gold, and then stopped. But
Okay, are you gonna restrict me to a particular era, or I'm like just free for all?
free for all.
Okay.
Go ham.
All right. God, that's hard. I always need an evolution of some kind. My money is always on Espeon. That one's always been best.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an Espeon. I need a solid electric type. So probably Ampharos.
I'm down so far.
Ampharos or Magnemite line has actually served me really well recently.
Once they added steel,
because then you get the dual steel type.
Yeah.
So I'd be tempted to go with the Magnemite line, even though I like Ampharos better. Traditionally, I've always had a starter on my team. Don't know what I'd go for. I've gone like pretty solid water starter pretty much every generation except for 2. So actually, I might say Swampert, the final Mudkip evolution.
Okay.
Insert Mudkip joke here.
I do indeed like Mudkips.
I fucking love Mudkips. Because that's water ground. So it's resistant to electric.
That's why I was a big fan of Hooper and Quagsire. Them too.
Love them. Happy little creatures. So Espeon, Ampharos / Magnemite. Let's say Magnemite. That line. Magnezone, I think, is its final form. So say Espeon, Magnezone, Swampert. What's in the fire really good? I usually want a bird, not just for fly purposes, but I just really love having bird Pokemon. So I think maybe Talonflame. I don't know if you played that generation.
No.
Talonflame, I think, was X and Y. Was
Yeah,
the first time that happened. Firebird.
Okay.
That's what it boils down to.
Moltres.
No, not Moltres. More like Pidgey plus fire. That's 4. I'm trying to think who else I've used and like really clicked with as far as Pokemon go. This is the hardest question, John.
I got the heart.
Now maybe you'll die a little bit less. I won't bet any money on it, but you know, maybe. What else am I missing? I need a grass type.
Do you need a cut pitch?
I think the hate the Lombre line. Nuzleaf? Nuzleaf, I think, is the line I want. That's a Hollow one.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's the one with the nipples. Yes? Or am I projecting?
I'm not sure we're talking about the same Pokemon.
No, there's definitely one with like really bad nipples, and there was a whole episode of the
probably.
cartoon
I believe it.
where they meet these nipple Pokemon, and it was...
This is the one that starts out as an acorn. C-Dot.
Oh, okay.
It starts as C-Dot and goes to something else. I think, I'm pretty sure that ends up as C-Dot, Nuzleaf, and whatever the fuck that evolves into. I liked that line. I think that also, maybe I'm making this up, but also sometimes gets fighting moves. It's like kind of covers my bases there, so like, I still have to get one more. God damn it. This is hard. I'm probably a Gyarados for shits and giggles.
You dig it?
Now then,
You know.
the time has come to show you who I truly am. I
What about you?
was
All right,
King
so,
Robophosphorus
I assume you've been
Herald.
crafting this for years.
Quite some time, yes.
The last leader
So
of
mine, of course, Generation 1, Generation 2, because it's just who I am. So,
Also, this
evolution,
is so much more important than whatever cutscene's happening right now.
it really is. I couldn't care less about the story. Oh, it's the King of Hyrule! What?
Alright,
The
what's
great
your Pokemon team?
calamity was
Okay,
merciless.
that's Pokemon. Alright, so I'm going to start with
Devastated everything
my
in its
one of my
path.
absolute favorite Pokemon,
A
Starmie.
century ago,
You lead
Right.
off, you get Psychic, you get Ice Beam, you get Bubble Beam, or Surf,
I am lacking.
And
No, I
Swift.
have Espeon, so I do have Psychic on my side.
and Swift. So it's, like, I mean,
I did
I
not
love
think it
balance,
wise to
like
overwhelm
utilitarian
your
Pokémon.
memory was still
Yeah.
fragile. So rather than that,
After Starmie,
I
I
thought
would,
it best to assume a temporary form.
probably, Nidoking has grown on me. Usually it's Lapras,
Okay.
and I just double up with the water and
You
deal
are
it.
now ready.
Nidoking, again, has a diverse set of moves. It can learn, it has Horn Attack, it gets, Toxic,
Poison.
To know
Earthquake.
Ganon's true form,
Ground
one
poison's pretty
must know
solid.
the story
Yeah.
from an age-long past.
and
The
then
Demon King was
from
born
there,
into this kingdom, but his
kind of
transformation
cheese
into
ball
malice
one, but
created the
Snorlax.
horror you see now.
I mean, I had Gyarados.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, Snorlax just sits there and absorbs damage while you're doing everything else up.
Like you.
Um,
Form of legends
and then Snorlax again, extremely diverse moveset, and
Yeah.
Hyper Beam.
But there is also
There is that.
prophecy.
There, so it's Starmie, Nidoking, Snorlax.
The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear.
Huge fan of Typhlosion.
And the power
Typhlosion's
to
fucking
oppose
Favorite
it.
fire type. It's not diverse at all, but you just fire wheel
Fucking
everything.
tank.
Yeah. You just fire wheel everything.
It's good shit.
And began excavating large areas of
Well,
land.
here I
It
need.
wasn't long before we
Usually I'll go
discovered
Umbreon,
ancient
just to bring in that dark.
records,
And also a big fan of Sneasel,
distant ancestors.
more for aesthetic than actual power.
Yeah. Listen, half my team is for aesthetic. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Also Tyranitar, but same deal with Dragonite. I just hate having to level them up.
Yeah. No one's got time
An
for that.
army of mechanical soldiers
That,
who
that's
fought
what, so I need 2 more.
I thought that was 5.
That was 5.
This
That was
coincided
fine.
with ancient
And then
legends,
Electric,
oft
Raichu.
repeated throughout
Alright.
Or Ampharos,
Okay.
because Ampharos does get Thunder Punch, which is the fighting.
So you know what this
We
means,
also
right?
learned of a princess with a sacred power.
This means we
and her appointed
absolutely
knight
have to like
chosen
find
by
a
the
way to
sword
battle
that
these
seals
teams.
the darkness. It was
Yes,
they who
I'm
slew
sure there's some
Ganon.
kind of
There's
emulator or
there's
something. There is,
absolute
yes.
this is happening.
Okay.
We're gonna record this shit. It's gonna be a
100
fucking
years
great
ago,
job.
Well, I know what we're doing after dinner.
And a skilled
Yes.
man at her side. It was
Good
clear
shit.
that we must
For those
fight
watching at
our
home,
ancestors'
This is, we're recording in Death Mountain, which is where Beryl, Julianne, and I all live. And just like all the other movie downers, like Graham is here all the time, Chrissy's here all the time, Scott visits, used to visit a lot more before he moved. And this is where we record the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, or most of those. And we do a lot of our one-off streams as well from here. And it's basically like middle school sleepovers, like every weekend. And it's amazing.
It's fantastic.
So this is the dream we've had since high school, basically.
Yeah, it's Nerd Central.
It really is.
Good shit.
I mean, our internet is called Death Mountain.
True. Oh look, explode.
Steve Bannon, stop doing that. We've activated Breitbart. Ganon is going to make Hyrule great again. My Let's Play, I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
Divine beasts turn against us. The champions
Well,
of their times.
some Attack on Titan bullshit going on here.
These squid things die so easy, though.
I killed my first one recently. It was great.
You just vomit. I'm really bad at it.
Well, I just did the shield thing correctly, finally.
Hyrule was devastated absolutely.
Finding not a strong side of mine. I have never like guarded in any game I've ever played. My brother hates watching me play things.
The
She's like,
princess
you should be guarding. No.
So you main
Just
you
gonna attack.
main one of the tanks in Overwatch, don't you?
No.
I like glass cannons, as I'm sure everyone has figured out.
I play Bastion.
Okay,
I alternate between Bastion, Soldier, and Junkrat for some variety.
that's fair.
Depending on the map, depending on team composition. I don't do that
princess was my own daughter,
competitive Overwatch thing. It's just not.
Yeah, Julianne doesn't let me
Now
do that anymore.
and the courageous knight
Honestly, I play Mystery
who
Heroes
protected
more than
her
anything
right up
else,
to the
just
very
because I play the game for shits and
That
giggles.
Yeah.
was none other than you.
I want to go climb something as Torbjorn and set up a turret in the
who fought
stupidest spot.
valiantly
That's why I
when
play
your fate took
Overwatch.
an unfortunate turn.
I play as Reaper, and it's
then
just,
you
just
attain
run
to
into
Just
combat,
great.
kill as many things as
There you
possible,
now
and then
stand,
die.
Revitalized
That's how I play this game,
100
too.
years later.
Yeah, I've noticed.
The words
It's,
of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening.
did we die this
from
episode?
Princess Zelda
No.
herself.
In fairness, a large chunk of it has
She
been
works to
cutscene.
restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle. She calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be
Oh wait, the
exhausted.
voice was Zelda.
Once that
Didn't know
happens,
that.
Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing
I
will
mean,
stop
you
him
have to
from
accept a
consuming
certain
our
level
land.
of cheese when you talk about it.
Considering that I could not
That's
save
true,
my own
but
kingdom,
Cheese
I
is
have
pretty
no right to ask this of you, Link.
Especially when fried.
There we
Or
go.
put in potatoes.
Oh, cheesy potatoes.
You must save
Cheese
her.
tater. We're having cheese taters for dinner.
We absolutely are.
To annihilate Ganon.
And that's obviously much more important than whatever the King of Hyrule is talking about.
I don't care. They're gonna be all like, oh, we're running out of time to say. I can play this game for like 1,000 in-game days, and Ganon's still gonna be whooping around the castle.
We got time to cook everything in the game.
We do.
I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness.
I mean, if we have to.
Follow the road out to Kakariko Village.
It's out there
There
somewhere.
you will find the elder.
Will I be able to find
She
more
will guide
Koroks
you
there?
along the path that lies
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, they're
Consult
fucking
the map
everywhere,
on
Josh.
Sheikah Slate.
They're
for the
everywhere.
precise
There's like
location of
900
Kakariko
list
Village.
markers.
Well, I'm gonna
Make
have
your
to get
way
all of them.
past the twin
They're
summits of the
everywhere.
Demon Peaks.
Obviously, because we need to have several hundred episodes of
Follow
this
the
Let's
road
Play.
as it
I don't think the
proceeds north.
Koroks are gonna be what you need to get there. I think just normal gameplay will carry you a couple hundred based on your current track record.
I have 2 only.
You're not gonna need them to stretch the material. Finally.
I got my paraglider.
Oh.
This dude bamboozled me for that fucking thing.
This will reduce death significantly.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
You don't understand.
I hope it will. I
I
die a little inside whenever you have a easily preventable death.
Link, you must save. Hyrule. Okay. Main quest. Destroy. Wow. Thank you. I guess the game's over now.
Shocker.
Let's go do that. Or we could seek out info.
Or
That
we could go
sounds
pick every
boring.
flower on the mountain and get some lizards.
Okay, let's catch
Cool.
some lizards. Alright, so next episode, we're gonna do some lizards. Next episode is just John running around finding shit. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna save, and we'll call it an episode. Thank you for joining us. Again, we're raising money for Child's Play charity, link down below, and damn it, it's on the screen this time.
You think that now.
See, watch, Link is spinning in, he's spinning around it, he's spinning around it. You can see it.
I look forward to when this comes out to see if it actually happens or not.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, see you later, folks.
Bye.